Stacey,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining us. Now, this is very overwhelming.
It is.
Where do people even start in deciding which one of these apps or devices to use for where they are in their fitness or wellness journey?
So, Marcel, the stats show that as of the beginning of 2018, around 2 billion users globally had at least one health app on their smartphone. So many of us are using it, and some of us either love the apps, other people say they hate the apps, they do absolutely nothing. The research is sort of in between. Research is showing that for apps to work, it needs to change your behavior. There needs to be behavior modification. There's also the perceived benefit of it. If you think something is going to work, then it most likely will work. If you think it's not going to work, then that's another factor. There are barriers to entry for exercise. So, for example, do you have time? Do you have access to information? Do you have access to a personal trainer? All of those type of things you need to factor in. One thing that they found that is the perceived importance of fitness doesn't change for app users or non-app users.
Oh, really?
So if you think that exercise and health is important, then you'll find benefit in using various apps. And if you think, you know what, I don't really need to do it, then you may be more skeptical. And the journey to changing that skepticism might take a little bit longer as you find the usefulness of the app. And a lot of people find that in months 1 to 3, that's when they find the app most useful and they sort of change.
Then they change their lifestyle around it and
yeah.
they don't need it as much as they did in the beginning.
So some apps will serve you in the very beginning when you don't have information, when you're feeling a little bit clueless, when you don't have access to a gym. And those apps might not serve you once you become more informed, once you're a regular gym goer. So it's about finding what works for you, and the personalized approach to health is what we see everywhere in the fitness industry.
Now, the one that first made me pay attention to this kind of thing is when people started saying, oh, I need to work on my steps. I don't have enough steps today. And I was like, what is this about? I mean, you need a reminder to walk. But then if you think about it, in the modern day society, we live such a sedentary life. So many of us have jobs where we're sitting in front of our laptop and we hardly have to walk to another place to get a coffee, let alone water. It really is helpful in just kick-starting you into a more healthy lifestyle if you are sedentary, isn't it?
That's exactly it. You know, the mall culture in South Africa, we drive everywhere, we don't feel safe enough to walk. When I was in Europe recently,
You walk
walked on average 25,000 steps a day. Here in South Africa, if I get 6,000 steps in, it feels like a good day. So this is the thing. If the app is linked to a wearable device or a fitness tracker, if you can speak to your personal trainer through the app, if it has nutritional elements and fitness elements, so in other words, when it's used in conjunction with other lifestyle changes that you need to make, then the apps become more useful, and that's when they actually do start working. But accountability and measurability is what you're looking for. So if you can remain accountable to one person or group of people, this is where social media can help some people. If you're not inclined to share your results on social media, then don't share your results.
You know what they say, if you don't put it on Facebook or something, then you didn't
go to
gym.
It's not legit, right?
And you didn't actually go to the gym.
I don't believe in that, because sometimes it can create a psyche on the inside of you where you feel that it's not good enough. You know, my 1K run is not as good as someone else's 10K run, and that's what you want to avoid completely. But you have to be able, you cannot change what you can't track and measure. So a calorie in, a calorie out in some nutrition apps, that doesn't help, because metabolically we're all different. So you're looking for apps that show how you can track your sleep. You want them to track not just your steps, what's the effect of the exercise on you? And also, are you just putting information into the app, or are you actually engaging your mind in using that information? So if it doesn't get you to stop and think about opportunities to be fit throughout the day, then it's probably not the best app for you to use.